Hey everyone, Easy Boiler User here, and finally, the day has arrived. Today, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna walk you through the process that I use in order to shut down the boiler, clean it out, and get it ready for next year. Now, there will be some things that we won't be doing in this video. One of the things that we won't be doing in this video is draining the machine and flushing it out and putting additive in there to protect it and filling it back up with water. I'm gonna let it just rest. You know, maybe next week or something like that. I'll get to it a week or so down the road. I'll flush it out, and I'll go through that process, and maybe we'll make a video about that as well if this one goes well. Speaking of which, if you like this channel, I'd love to have you subscribe to the channel. Would love to have you join us and do that. If you like this video, would love to have you hit the like button as well. That helps the algorithm know that this video is popular, this video is helpful, this video is liked. I'm just trying to create good content here, helpful content, share what I'm learning in boiler communities and through my experiences, and letting YouTube do the rest. So if you're here today and you saw this thumbnail and you clicked on it, I want to thank you for joining us. I hope that you enjoy this video. Anyhow, let's get into it. Let's get this boiler cleaned up and get it ready to go. The first thing we're going to do is get rid of whatever remaining ash is in here, and then we're going to do a kind of a light scrape through and get this stuff cleaned up. Seen this a million times if you watch the channel, but we're just getting rid of the ash out of the outdoor wood boiler as best we can. All right, you can see it got pretty dusty, so I went ahead and got a COVID mask. I got most of the ash out of here, and we'll take a look at that in a second. And I'm going to get in and scrape out the creosote that's still existing. Based on how much creosote buildup there is, I'm not going to use cardboard to heat up the sides and the walls. There really isn't as much in there as I thought. I'm going to clean it out as best as I think it needs to be cleaned out. I'm going to pay close attention to the cracks and the seams where, not the cracks, the seams where it comes together, is welded together. I want to make sure that's protected. Did see somebody using a shop vac to clean out the rest of the dust, and I thought, as I'm trying to just scrape little bits and pieces out and use the shovel, I thought that's a brilliant idea. So I'm gonna go grab that right now and give it a try. One thing you want to make sure that you do is pull out your diverter box if you have one. There's ash and soot on top of that as well. So let me show you what I mean. This right here is a diverter box. This diverts the smoke and stuff up through the chimney and keeps the heat in. So there's ash and stuff collects on this as well. See all that coming down, and we're gonna we'll clean this as well. And we're gonna clean out the chimney and get everything down in there as well before we continue. Look at all that in there. Ooh. Quite a bit. Good stuff. You can see how a chimney fire could easily get created if this was indoors. Yikes. All right, you can see there's quite a bit of creosote and soot up there in that chimney. And then I got to clean out that diverter box there. So all I have left to do now is scrape out the insides and make sure I get all the welding points really good. I want to make sure the creosote is off there as best as possible. I don't want any residue on there. You know, that's where leaks and stuff get created, and that creosote just eroding away at the metal, so at the steel. So what I use to scrape it out with is a broken end of hoe. So it seems to work out just fine in there. And anyhow, you gotta make do with what you have, right? So here we go. Fun. I got it pretty well done. I'm content with it. So, but it's scraped out really well. Where everything is welded at in the middle and then along the front here, I did really well. I paid extra special attention to, so I'm careful with that at least. And then now I'm going to do scrape out the door, scrape off the door, and then scrape off the inside of the door frame there. It was a good time to inspect your rope too. Like I can see it's kind of more burnt out here and burnt out in this corner, a little bit over here. So it might be time to replace the rope too. Not right now, but before we start boiler season next fall. All right, so I got everything scraped out, got everything vacuumed out, got everything dried out pretty well. Paid special attention to the welding points, getting that all cleaned out. Chimney's good. Diverter box I'm going to scrape up and then reinsert. And then I'm going to do some touch-up cleaning on the outside of this machine. Max. Max. Just the low limit for the boiler. So I don't know how well you can see that right there. It's at 140. We want it at about 160. Crank that up right there. Anyhow, this is Easy Boiler User here, and if you enjoyed this video, would love for you to hit the like button. Welcome you to subscribe to the channel over here, and if you want to see a good way to clean out creosote or dry it up and get rid of it quickly, you can watch this video here. It's our most popular video on the channel. Hey, thanks for watching, and as always, stay safe and stay warm.